Hi everyone! So today we're going to show you how to make a masculine stretchy bracelet. We're using tiger eye beads, coral beads, some little Chinese turquoise, and some copper accents. Of course, you can always use any kind of beads you want to make a stretchy bracelet, but we've designed this little project as an easy way to give a man in your life a nice little piece of jewelry. So I've laid out everything that you're going to need here. As always, everything that you can see is available over at Bead Holiday. We have 10mm tiger's eye beads, sort of fluctuating in size, coral hishi, some turquoise hishi just a little bit smaller, and some skull accent beads. We also need one bead here. We'll also be using about a foot of elastic cord. And if you need some help getting your cord through your beads, you can use a twisted wire needle. You see it has a big eye, so you can fit larger cords through it, but the eye is flexible and it'll close down when you pull it through your bead. We also are going to use a bead stopper. This goes on the end of our stretchy while we're working so that our beads don't just tumble off the other side. So the first thing you want to do is measure your wrist and find out how big your bracelet needs to be in the first place. Men's bracelets tend to be around 8 or 9 inches, but it's always good to get a measurement when you can. Stretchy has some room for error. You know, it can be a little bit big or a little bit small, but not that much room. So it's nice to have sort of an estimate. And then you want to cut a piece of string, elastic cord, that is about 4 to 6 inches longer than your wrist measurement. That way we have a nice bit of string to use on the ends to tie it into a knot. So you'll start by putting your bead stopper onto your elastic, maybe about 2 inches from the end. And the first bead you want to string is your large hold bead, because this needs to be near the knot so we can put the knot inside of it. So we start with that guy, and then we'll just start stringing our sequence, just 3 tiger eye beads, and then our little decorative units in between here. Once you've strung all of your beads onto your stretchy cord here, we're ready to tie our knot and finish our bracelet off. So you can carefully remove your bead stopper, grab hold of each end of your elastic thread, and we're going to start by just wrapping one side over the other, the same way you'd start any knot, like a square knot. And then we're going to do that again, one side over the other. Only this time we're going to take this other end and we're going to just stick it through the loop we made one more time. You want to have maybe a little more elastic than I've cut for myself here so that you don't have to wrestle with your thread, especially if your hands get a little sweaty. Things can get kind of slippery and hard to hold on to. So I like to kind of walk my knot down a little bit, keep it open until I'm 100% sure that that's where I want my knot to go. So once I'm down, I'm really close, my beads are all tucked together, there's no gaps between them. We're just going to tie our knot really fast, pull it pretty tight, pull our bracelet and make sure that the knot doesn't move. And then we're just going to tie one more regular over-under knot on top of it. Pull it really tight again. And now you can see the knot is right next to my big hold bead. I am just going to pull it and one of the tails of my stretchy through there, and now I can give it a snip on each side. I like to use the flush cutting pliers for this because you really get right where you want it to be cut. And that's it. Come on down to Bead Holiday and we'll show you how to make your own.